I have an EP coming out. My EP is called Call Me Crazy, but so I'm just gonna start with the first record. The first record is a song called Come On Over, and it's basically just talking about the beginning of a relationship. It's that part where you know that you're into this person, but you're just, you're really curious, and you kind of just saying, well, I won't have to wonder if you just come on over. So, song number 1 on my EP, Come On Over.
No particular one place. I'm open to changes, positions and angles. Tonight I ain't no angel.
It's a 7-song EP. It's just talking about the cycle of a relationship. The goods, the bads, the ups, the downs, the ugly, all of it. The good times when you're in love, the bad times when you want to cuss out who you with. It goes all through it a little bit. So the next record on the EP is a song that we may all be familiar with, and it's called It Won't Stop. Next record.
Wait, hold on. Y'all gotta give my girl a round of applause. I don't know what y'all applauding for. I just was telling her on the way over here, she didn't even know that record just went #1 last night. So it's her first #1. We in the business of breaking new artists, breaking new talents, and I'm extremely proud of her because she's been a soldier. And she got in the field with me, went into some rough spots, no security, and now she got her first #1. That's how we do over at Atlantic. So congratulations, yo.
I'm very happy about that, though. And thank y'all, too, for supporting that record. I really appreciate it. LaRonn was telling me in the car, he's like, you'll have a moment when you're by yourself and then it'll hit you then. But for now, I'm running with my head down for right now. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I feel. But I'm really, really happy and really appreciative for that. So, back into this world of Call Me Crazy, but so after you realize that you fell for the person. And a lot of times with women, I'm speaking for women this time, a lot of times for the women, once you get our hearts and, you occupy our mind space, you get our hearts, then comes our bodies. You can have our bodies after that. At least that's how I work. I don't know if all you women in here work like that, but that's how I work. That's how I operate. Huh? I mean, however, but a lot of times, that's usually how it works. Sometimes that's how it works. But after you're in a space like It Won't Stop, the next record is self-explanatory. It's called Sex on the Ceiling. And, you got my heart and it won't stop, and now it's time to get it pop, pop, pop.
All right.
Fuck a mattress, being on the floor. I'ma need you to do a little more, yeah. The shower is overrated, baby. I anticipated tonight is what we gon' do. Turn the bed upside down, flip me around. Gravity's left the building. I'll be on top, really, I'll be on the bottom, 'cause we gon' be having sex on the ceiling. Take me higher, take me higher.
So that's Sex on the Ceiling. Now, next in the story, it's just like, once you gave him your heart and it won't stop, once you gave him your body and Sex on the Ceiling, sometimes I feel like men get a little comfortable after we do that. Yeah. And so we just have to remind them that, I ain't with that sharing shit. I don't really do that. So you belong to me. Don't get me moved up. So the next record on the EP it's the title track. It's called Call Me Crazy. So.
To me, yeah, and I ain't with that sharing shit. I don't wanna know how she makes you feel. Keep all that away from me, fall away from me, fall from me. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter to me, baby. I'm yours, you're still my baby.
So after you at a place like Call Me Crazy, and you know, you definitely made it known, okay, let me just let you know that I'm not with that sharing shit. You know, don't call me crazy, but I'm not with that. After you get to that place, I feel like a lot of times it gets to a place of, this is probably like the point of conflict within a relationship, where, you know, you really starting to go through it with the person that you with, and, you know, you start to kind of second guess, like, should I have fallen in love with the person and it won't stop? You know, should I have given them sex on the ceiling? I've already told you one time how I felt on Call Me Crazy about, all right, don't test me. Okay, now you done tested me, and this is exactly how I feel. And now you on some band stuff. And when I say bands, band stands for bitch, ass, nigga, shit. And so when you get to bands, it's like, okay, now you really got me second guessing whether or not I should have, you know, given you all of me, and then this is how I felt about it.
Well, y'all act like y'all can relate to that. Ain't no bitch ass niggas in Detroit now. Psych. Super psycho.
Sucker for affection. Should I never showed you that? Now I got myself to blame. Why did I let you come in? I shouldn't have gave my heart away, but I trusted you with it. Niggas be on that bullshit, having us looking foolish. Can't keep letting them do this. Bitches, nigga. One minute call us baby, next minute call us crazy. Niggas be on that bullshit. Bitches, niggas.
Wait, you can't say that shit. We gotta wait. We'll play the rest of it.
We got more records.
So after you get to a place where you, like, clearly in bands, you just pissed off. You know what I mean? You pissed off. You after the kicking and the screaming and the yelling and saying this is how I feel about it. A lot of times after that's over with, we calm down. We go back to our place. We calm down. We gather our thoughts and we go, okay, what are we dealing with? What am I dealing with? Because at the end of the day, only people that can really get you that upset is somebody that you really truly love. You know what I mean? So once you calm down, it's like, okay, what am I dealing with? Okay, I know I love them, and okay, here are the issues. Let's talk about it. So this next record is actually called Shattered, and it's basically just talking about, okay, look, this is how I feel about it. Because I like to say, just like women, we have our perspective and we have our thoughts on the situation, on the relationship. Men, y'all have y'all's too. You have your perspectives. You have, you know, your opinions. And Shattered is basically where it's saying, okay, you know, you're pointing fingers, I'm pointing fingers. We can't throw stones in a glass house. You know what I mean? We can't. Nobody's perfect. So this is Shattered.
Can't get caught up throwing stones at a glass house. If you look in the mirror and I look in the mirror, ain't nobody perfect, ain't nobody perfect. Cause you keep pointing fingers and I keep pointing fingers. It's like we're throwing stones at a glass house and it shatters.
So that is Shattered. And honestly, I felt like, you know, after it shatters, after it falls apart, and this next record definitely came from my own personal experience. A lot of them did. But I feel like after it shatters in a relationship, people, not just women, men and women, we like to go back to what's familiar. We go back to what's comfortable. We go back to what we already know. And a lot of times that happens to be your ex. You know what I mean? And then once you get to your ex, you realize why they are your ex. You know what I mean? Like why they became your ex in the first place. And so this next record is basically speaking on that, and it's coming from a very, you know, personal thing for me, because I literally wrote it about me and my ex's relationship. And I wrote it while I was like on FaceTime with him. It was really weird. So yeah, so this is next.
There's something between us, certain fire in our love. It's unreleasable, unbelievable. We're miserable apart, but together it's so hard. All I need to know, oh, all I need to know. How come my ex-boyfriend be my next boyfriend?
me and my ex were really good friends. We're really good friends. He's definitely still a very important, special person in my life. But yeah, he heard the record. It's very true. It's definitely our story. You know what I mean? Just sometimes you go through it and you might, you're miserable apart. Sometimes, like the song say, but together it's a little hard. And it's not just my relationships. That's everybody's relationships a lot of times. And I'm no different than anybody else. We're just trying to figure it out. Everybody want to be loved. I mean, I don't know. So, but no, he's heard it. He's super duper supportive, and it's crazy because my pre-order came out on his birthday. He was like, "Man, what is going on?" We were like, I don't know, but he's really supportive, and I love him very much.
All right, that's it for the question.